ISIS in Pakistan by Kelly Shepard. What does ISIS stand for? ISIS stands for Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. Therefore, their acronym ISIL ISIL is the more accurate name, as it recognizes these areas of the group affects and targets, while ISIS refers exclusively to Iraq and Syria. You can see the other names which it's known by. I won't even try to pronounce that one, and then also the Islamic State. ISIS had its beginning during the Iraq War in 2003 after the U.S. pulled out of Iraq. ISIS in early 2014 drove the Iraq government forces out of key western cities. In June 2014, ISIS declared a caliphate. So what is a caliphate? A caliphate is a spiritual and worldly leader. After Muhammad died, he did not set a plan of leadership for Islam. The urgent need for a successor to Muhammad as a political leader of the Islamic community was met by a group of Muslim leaders in Medina who designated Abu Bakr, the Prophet's father-in-law, as a caliph. In early literature, it states that the legitimate caliph was expected to have been an early convert to Islam and to possess a constellation of moral excellences such as truthfulness, generosity, courage, and above all knowledge. The caliph's authority was largely epistemic, that is to say, based on his superior knowledge of both religious and worldly affairs. This is a current caliphate according to ISIS. So what is drawing people to ISIS? Well, they're paying their fighters, which for a very poor country with a lot of very poor people, that is a large draw. And education or lack of education is another reason for the pull to join ISIS. ISIS not only will pay you to fight, but it promises to educate your children. In a land where education is expensive and hard to come by, having a free education for your children is a temptation. The third pull is religious reasons. They are told that they fight for Allah and for Islam. The Quran is said to be only pure if it is written in Arabic. Most people in Pakistan don't read or speak in Arabic, leaving them to trust their religious leaders to tell them what it says. This reminded me of when the Bible was written in Latin and people had to trust the priest to interpret it for them. You can see that Islamic extremist groups are spreading and controlling more land. Here is an up-close look at Pakistan and the land that is controlled by ISIL. According to the U.S. State Department in 2019, it said, Pakistan continued to serve as a safe haven for certain regionally focused terrorist groups. It allowed groups targeting Afghanistan, including the Afghan Taliban and affiliated HQN, as well as groups targeting India, letting LET and its affiliated front organizations and GEINT to operate from its territory. Here are some maps of some groups that are found and operated in Pakistan according to the NCTC, or the National Terrorism Center operated by the U.S. Department of State. Some of the groups' aim is to unite Kashmir with Pakistan and to expel foreign troops from Afghanistan. This is a list of some of the terrorist incidents that have happened in Pakistan in 2019. On May 8th, there was at least 10 killed and wounded 24 others. On May 11th, 3 militants were killed 5 and injured 6 on an attack at the Pearl. On July 21st, there was 2 back-to-back incidents where 10 were killed and 30 were injured, and then an explosive device was set off where the first responders had transported the victims of the first attack. And then on August 16th, a timed explosive killed 4, including the brother of the Afghan Taliban chief Mullah Haibadullah, and injured 25 others. Now, Pakistan is also working on counterterrorism. The government operated 5 de-radicalization camps offering corrective religious education, vocational training, counseling and therapy. The Pakistani NGO administered the juvenile-focused rehabilitation center in the Swat Valley, which it founded in the partnership with the Pakistani military. And I think that Malala would be proud to have a counterterrorism camp in the Swat Valley. I think she had it right when she said, with guns you can kill terrorists, with education you can kill terrorism. Thank you so much for your time. Here's a list of my references. Thank you.